Marcus Crawford here of the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got the little Spark up today, and I'm over by the Snake River, and we're going to do a little bit of flying. You might hear some airplane noise in the background. They're well above me. We're kind of parked on a ridge here with the Snake River down below, and just kind of wanted to maybe check that out a little bit. So there in the distance, you can see kind of the Snake River plain. We're going to drop the camera here. Okay, so let's quit wasting battery and let's get going here. Sorry for that kind of abrupt gimbal movement there. Let's get a little bit of altitude. And I'm going to do a quick yaw here so you can kind of see the territory. This is the Snake River. As it flows through, we are in Canyon County right now, kind of an agricultural area. And we'll get around here and you can see where I'm standing on top of this ridge. I came up that road that you see there. And there we are. And I can see the little drone just right about above me now. So this is farmland. We'll do kind of a quick tour around here. So in Idaho here, there's obviously a lot of, Idaho is known for potatoes, so there's a lot of potatoes here. But then there's also grain, wheat and barley. A little bit of corn, although I think it's mostly feed corn that is grown here. And then crops like mint, believe it or not. And back over the top again here. And I see an aircraft off in the distance, but he is way, way up there. Not even close to where we're at. Especially on these blue sky days, you really want to be listening and watching for aircraft. I hear another one here, so we'll take a look and see if we can figure out. He sounds really high, and yes, he is. He's way up there. But that's something that you just always want to be aware of. And there we are again. Boy, it's amazing what you can do with this little spark. I mean, I can see, you know, this is about probably the 4th time I think I've had it out, and I really understand why people love this little drone. It's phenomenal. It's so easy to put it in the air, and just really easy to fly. DJI just does such a great job with the controls on their aircraft. Man, the river is beautiful this time of year. So there's a number of dams on the Snake River. The closest one, I believe, is Swan Falls Dam from here. Yeah, it's when water really starts coming down the river is this time of year. Hope you just kind of giving you a chance to take a look at the landscape here and at the river. You can see there's that little park right there. There's some guys fishing there, and believe it or not, that's a little boat ramp. They can put their boats on the river there. So I did disable obstacle avoidance. I did that before I took off, and it does really help the drone fly much faster. I had charged these batteries the other day before Sarah and I made our trip to Montana, but I didn't get a chance to fly the Spark, so it was kind of good. I had a couple batteries charged up. There we are right there. Still about 5 minutes of flight time according to this. I've been at full throttle the whole time too, throughout this whole flight. This is the road that I came up to get up here. As you can see, it connects with this. I think this is called Pump Road, and that road that it connects to down there that goes by the river is called Map Rock Road. Maybe we have enough battery here. Maybe we can try one of the intelligent flight modes just for the fun of it. Oh, it's giving me a low battery warning already. There we are down there. See if I can do a smooth roll here. I do need to adjust this. Sorry for that jerkiness, guys.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds. Landing.
Yeah, it's wanting to come home. Well, we're gonna let her land here. Trying to find a decent spot to land. There we go. Let's see if it'll palm land. Well, that kind of worked. That was pretty dumb. So it wasn't landing in my palm, although gesture controls were still on. So I brought it down with the stick, and in doing so, I did smack my thumb with the prop. Although it didn't break the skin, but I can tell you it stings a little bit. Anyway, good lesson there. Don't do that. The best thing to do probably is to grab it by the center of the aircraft and tip it sideways, and that shuts it down. But I've done that palm landing before. I just wasn't quite in the right position there, I believe, to make that work. You know, that said, or I should have just landed it on the ground, but it was kind of in the dirt here, so I decided not to do that. So at any rate, we're about out of battery, so I'm going to stop recording here. Okay, we're starting recording. I'm going to see if I can do that hand launch where it recognizes you here. So let's give that a try.
Phase aware successful. Aircraft will take off. Take off. The home point has been updated. Please
so that
check it on the
works. That
map.
worked really good. Let's get a little altitude here. So I'll show you where the pickup is, or my car is parked here. My Dodge Durango. So that's the ridge back there, is the ridge that we were on. And then here is the river. We're right on the river. This is called Lava Point, I believe. So without further ado, let's get a little altitude. Let's fly around a little bit. I should know the name of that island. I was just looking at the sign that explained it. I'll put a picture in here, but it's part of an experiment that that they're doing to figure out how to keep fish healthy and what kind of fish they can keep. There's the Snake River. Okay, let's just look straight up the river here. We're up about 48 meters. The Snake River looks pretty docile in this part, doesn't it? I saw further back, I saw several people fishing. Now, I'm not a fisherman, so I can't tell you what they were fishing for. Well, I was trying to do a slow yaw there. I got a little bit of a jerk. I apologize, guys. I'm going to turn around and bring her back. So this is just another part of the Snake River Plain, and I talked about it earlier. It's an agricultural area, and you can see farms and ranches on both sides. And this is the island I was telling you about that they're experimenting with, and looks like they're building some. I assume there are probably houses there right on the edge of the river. That'd be some kind of nice property. I'd be a little concerned about flooding, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we can kind of swing around here again, and you can see the ridge, and we were on top of that kind of further north earlier, and there you kind of get a look at some of the building that they're doing there. Not sure that I'd want to be right on the river there. Like I said, what concern would be flooding. So let me see if I can bring smoothly. I'm going to try this time to smoothly bring the camera down. So you can get a look at the river. Bring the camera back up. We'll bring her back home here and see if we can do a little bit of a maybe something with one of the quick shots. Obviously, that's what this drone was really designed for. Boy, what a beautiful spot on the river here. One of the things that I struggle with, and I suspect other pilots do too, is I end up getting the stick off to the side, and I do an inadvertent turn to one side, or roll, I should say, to one side. Kind of tough not to do. I need to work on that two-fingered style of controlling the drone. So we got some power lines here, so obviously I need to watch out for those. And I'm actually in visual contact with the drone right now. It's I don't know if other people struggle with this, but I can tell you I do, and that is trying to physically look at the drone and look at the FPV at the same time. Sometimes can be a challenge. And we're coming down right above the power line, so I'm going to bring it forward a little bit. See if we can bring it around here. See if I can smoothly, this is my version of a manual orbit. Not that good. Okay, so let's go into quick shots. And it says I need to, before I can use active track, I need to turn on obstacle avoidance, so it did that. So into quick shots. So I need to stop recording, so it will stop recording for a second. We'll still have the screenshot here. So Yeah, so let's do a rocket first. And we're hitting go now. And the drone's just sitting there. I don't know what I did, guys. Let's try that again.
3,
3,
2,
there we go. We got a
1.
countdown. Yeah, it's giving me a low battery warning, so looks like we'll probably have to bring her back down after this. And maybe we should go into gesture, and I'm going to bring it back, and we are going to try that palm landing again.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
Well, it's just not wanting to do that palm landing.
Landing.
So I did the old tried and true, tip it on its side, and that worked. But anyway, I'll have to work on that palm landing, although I think I've seen videos that people have made that say that it's kind of a hit or miss thing. So anyway, we talked about that island out there, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I should have, but right here is a reader board that'll tell us about it. So see if we can get that on video. Yeah, Bay Island. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. It's a little bit difficult with the gimbal on the camera, so there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a view of the Snake River today. You know, it's kind of me, a little bit of a learning experience flying the Sparks, so excuse some of the difficulties that I had, but some of the jerky motions and stuff. I'll work on that and see if we can improve. But I thought you'd be interested in seeing the territory here in Idaho. There's some kind of pretty spots. So in any case, this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe and you know, hit the like button and leave a comment. That'd be great. But most of all, I just want you to know that I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And hey, we'll see you on the next one.